you're watching TitoFit. In this channel, we talk about health, fitness, wellness, and those kinds of things. So if you're into those, consider subscribing and check this video out. So today, we are gonna talk about our prep for the run. We are T-minus 3 days. If you're watching this, well, as you film this, it's Thursday today and the run is on Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. T-minus 3 days, technically, before the run. So, things are getting serious. So there's some things that we're changing and we'd like to talk about that. So obviously, we were building up the distance as the months came on. So we did train for this for about 3.5 months, almost 4 months. I'd say seriously for the last 2 months. The first month or so, medyo, ano pa kami nun eh, medyo petics. Okay. But you know, this is my first long distance run. I think it's Austin's first long distance run as well. So we're going to document the run. Don't worry. So please wait for that. Let us know what you think. Would you like us to go back to the weights, or do you agree that we're trying to explore new things? So basically, the week of the run, we've had to back down the volume. Actually, from 2 weeks ago pa, we've already had to reduce the volume of our runs. We are running a half marathon, so that's going to be 21.1 kilometers. The highest distance we've ran so far was 18K. We usually do our long runs on Sundays, so 2 Sundays ago yun, yung nag-18K kami. Last Sunday, short na lang siya, 60 minutes. The Sunday before that was 10K na lang. So parang there's a taper off on the programming, so basically the runs are getting less and less. This week we only had a 20-minute run the other day, and then today was the last run before the actual race, and we just ran for 40 kilometers. Oh no, not 40 kilometers, just 40 minutes. So we ran for 40 minutes, and you know, it's a very relaxed run. We did about 6.6K in that amount of time, fairly chill. And malapit na. So some things you have to take note of. If you are interested in doing something like this, what do you have to do the week of the race? One, make sure that you get to sleep properly. No, Austin?
Yep.
Yeah, Austin. You have to sleep properly, Austin. Huh? So you want to get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night leading up to the race, the week of. Because you can expect to lose a lot of sleep the night of the race, the night before the race. So if you're running on Sunday, Saturday night, generally speaking, malaking yung chance na you'll have a little bit of jitters. It's the same when you compete in what I used to compete in CrossFit. It's the same. I couldn't sleep very well the night before a competition. I'd probably get like 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, it's very important so that does not affect your performance on game day. That the days leading up to that, make sure that your sleep is on point. Keep your room dark, keep it cool so that you're very well rested, keep it quiet. Same thing. So all hacks for good quality sleep. Dark, quiet, and cool. Alright? Now, after that, you have to take note of nutrition. So the days leading up to the competition, of course, you still want to get your high protein in so that you don't lose a lot of muscle. But also, generally speaking, when you are running, on the days that you run, harder runs, you want to get higher intake of carbohydrates. So a lot of those coming from complex sources of carbohydrates, rice, pasta, bread, whole grains, things like that, no? But on your easier days, back off the carbs a bit. But about 48 to 24 hours before the actual run or race day, yan, you're gonna go up again in carbs. Higher carb intake again, start loading up on carbs so that you fill up your glycogen stores. So glycogen stores, like I always have discussed in our previous videos, those are where your muscles get their fuel from. So it's one of the sources of energy, and that's basically the carbs converted into a usable source of energy. That's muscle glycogen. So you want to fill those up. Now, about 24 hours in, you want to reduce your intake of higher fiber and higher fat because you don't want to get an upset stomach. So the worst thing that could happen is if you have too much fiber, too much fat, or even too much protein, is that the day of the race or during the race, even worse, you may have to do a number 2 and that's not ideal. So That's why runners have these faster gels, which are made of pure carbs, usually maltodextrin, sugar, things like that, electrolytes. So faster sources, faster liquid sources would be ideal. So the carbs would be like that. On the side of fat, however, yeah, the days before, normal intake of fat, just enough, to keep your organs functioning well as well. So you remember that some of the fat can also be used as a fuel source, which is the reasoning behind, some of these athletes going keto or, for longer distance runs. I guess it's okay. It's not as glycolytic in nature as, or anaerobic in nature as some sports. So distance runs, you can definitely, okay, that truck is gone now. Now I probably I can go volume down a bit. And then, wait, let me refresh myself a bit. It's a lemonade. Talking about hydration. Alright, you have to make sure that you are very, very well hydrated during the run. In fact, you have to hydrate before, during, and after. Okay, you have to make sure that all those bases are covered. Some people drink sports drinks, like Pocari Sweat, Gatorade, things like that, or these are called isotonic drinks. You also take things like coconut water, which are rich in potassium, things like that. Definitely avoid cramping up. Help you avoid getting cramps. That's like gonna be the worst. That will slow you down, and it's not gonna make your run so fun. So definitely you need to keep hydrated, but probably not with water, because too much water could possibly dilute some of these electrolytes, and that could also make you cramp. So make sure that you are replenishing your electrolytes. Gels like goo, like Cliff Shots, things like that. You can choose to take those shortly before your race starts, and then intermittently during the race. That's why you're gonna put those in your hydration pack. Like drink them every, maybe every 4 or 5 kilometers, or even every hour. It really depends on how much energy you need. But generally speaking, that's gonna be the majority of your fuel during the race. Now, as far as eating is concerned, if you have the time, if your race starts really, really early, that's gonna be a problem, because you're not gonna have enough time to digest a big meal. And like I said, you don't want to be looking for a bathroom for number 2 right in the middle of the race. So if you have the option to eat like 1 to 2 hours before, just keep it light. Keep it light. Focus on a little bit more carbs and not so much fat, things like that. Wish us luck. We've got T-4 days. Hopefully none of us cramp up. Hopefully we get a good race, good run. We've got our gear in. Check that video out. Follow me on Instagram. It's at Jeridan. Okay. _ at the very end. And then follow us, TitoFit. TitoFit on Instagram. We would appreciate that much. Yeah, give us a comment down below. Give us a like. Let me know if you'd like to see what kind of content you'd like to see from us in the coming weeks. Ask us questions. We're down for that. On Instagram, on Facebook. Maybe not Facebook, because for some strange reason, it doesn't alert us as well whenever you guys send us messages on Facebook. Instagram or in the YouTube comment section would be the best place to ask us a question, and we will get back to you on that. Try to make a video on it. So thank you everyone, and see you in the next one.